Hi everyone, welcome back to the Lies of P walkthrough. In this session we're going to be taking on the Swamp Monster. Just to show equipment, we have currently the Blue Guardianship Amulet equipped and Carcass Butcher, so that we're increasing damage inflicted on carcasses, and the Patience Amulet. And we put on Strike Liner because the puppet that he gets into, the shell of a puppet, and punches us in phase 2, so that's strike damage. Alright, so let's show you this one. We're going to use fire. Now here you want a perfect guard. Gives us a hit. Now here he's going to try to spew decay. Oh, never mind, he's flopping. So here you just perfect guard as he comes down. Got a patient smasher now. Heal. So he just loves doing that flop move. Oh, I don't guess we're going to get off the stagger on him because that's... We'll just keep swinging. So now we can perfect guard this. Or fail. So we need to repair our weapon. Now perfect guard. That should be enough to get the transition. Okay, so here he's going to speed decay. So you want to run. Now we've got our transition. Now usually I close really quickly here so that he won't do the moves. So you can see these are scratch watch moves. 3, 4. Now we're going to patient smash. And notice how he followed that up with a sort of tentacle lash. 1, 2, and he does the flop, 3, and then there's the tentacles to the side. But if you're straight on, that won't hit. Now this one you want to just, you can actually guard the leaps, but I just tend to get away. And then this one you can perfect guard, and then hit him with a charge. 1, 2, this is the long windup from Scratch Watchman, 3, and then tentacles. So just roll. And now we get a stagger. We gotta get over. You can see how tanky this guy is. And now we're gonna patient smash him while he's getting up. 1, 2, 3, and then this, and then tentacles. And then he leaps. We just kind of get away from that. And then he'll do the one you can perfect guard. I was close enough though, but that's okay. Now we're gonna heal. This is an awful move here. You just kind of want to get out of his way, get to the side, because he's charging at you, or run away. And then here he'll roll, but stay close, and you can get in a charge after. Now this one you just perfect guard. And he's gonna get decay if you mess that up. So here he did it again. He will pause if you can perfect guard him. And here you see we get the stagger and we'll get the kill. And then you should get the Puppet Devouring Green Monster trophy. Yeah, a lot of people find this really, really hard because they did Scrapped Watchman with a Spectre, and so they're just not familiar with the moves that he does in phase 2. So that's one of the reasons I always recommend, like, learn the Scrapped Watchman. So now we can talk to Alidoro.
I knew you'd do it. I had a feeling you'd be the perfect bait. I got what I wanted thanks to you. The last hero weapon is finally in my hands. I knew where it was, but I didn't dare lay my hands on it. The swamp is too dangerous. Someday soon, you'll see. You have my thanks. And you've earned a nickname. Alidoro's best bait. See you at the hotel. Thank you for your hard work. Let's go back to the hotel and celebrate the spoils of the hunt.
So I'm going to go ahead and get us to the next Oh, actually, there's no reason not to go into this little section with pulse cells, so let's rest. Okay, go over here, get this loot before dropping down. You can see that loot there, we are going to get that in a little bit. And then just to show, you could have just walked down, but because we were snagging that loot, we jumped down. Now there is a big puppet here. Kill this one first. Really, I should have electricity equipped, but... Oh, come on. It's alive with like 1 health. Oh, I may have jumped the gun on the big puppet. Might lose my fire by then. So we'll just patient smash them. Should be enough to demolish them. Yeah. So we will open this door. See we're now establishing that we're going from carcasses to, or sorry, from puppets to carcasses. Now this is the way forward, but we can turn around, go back this way and get that loot that we had seen hanging up on the ledge right here. Be careful not to fall. Now the earth is trembling again. Something's going on. So now there's decay over here. So a piece of loot over here, but we've got to walk through decay to get it. So try to be fast. Get back over. Fail. It's okay. We don't have anything we're doing here that's important. We can just wait it out. Oh, actually, we can just eat it. Because our only goal here is to get to the Stargazer before going back to the hotel. So look at this, we're back where we started. Krat Central Station. We're in between platforms A and B. Or on platforms A and B, rather. Can actually wander into here. So there's a guy here. Remember, these are the ones that want to grab us. Suck our brains. Let's go back because I think there was some loot up here. It's a bloody letter. Okay, nothing here. So we're just gonna go through the train car. We took that guy out, and then up here we're gonna find our Stargazer.
An ergo amplification effect coming from Krat Central Station. I wonder if the alchemists are plotting something again. Please investigate that area.
So now what we're actually going to do is go back to Hotel Krat. You can see we have tons of stuff to do here. Oh, actually, first, even before we do this, we can do the cryptic vessel that we had left. So let me show you that. So there we can go back to Path of the Pilgrim and go down the elevator. You remember, this is where we had left the... Oh, wait, I didn't actually turn in the cryptic vessel to Venini. All right, back to the hotel we go. At least I'm assuming it won't trigger unless I have talked to Venini, so... So don't be like me and hop uselessly between two stargazers for 20 minutes. So let's go ahead and do the hotel stuff, and then we'll do the cryptic vessel. So we're just gonna make a circuit talking to everyone.
You made the right choice. Lady Antonia is completely cured. She is so happy. I don't even know how to thank you. I know now what a glorious feeling it is to wish for the happiness of someone you care for. Perhaps it's presumptuous for a puppet to call that feeling love. I am happy enough just to protect her as best I can. Thank you for saving her and for guiding me through this emotion.
And we could go talk to Antonia, see how she looks.
Come here, child. This is my first chance to get a proper look at
You
you.
can see she no longer has
It's
the
a shame
disease
my
on her
illness
face.
kept me from seeing such a handsome gentleman. Oh, to be young again. You are responsible for this miracle. You have no idea how much it means to me. I have to stay seated as I feel a little lightheaded, but I feel the vigor I thought I'd lost forever. Thank you. If Card ever
Now
holds a
remember that
proper
we were
ball game, I
told
hope
that
you'll ask me
this
for
actually will result in
advice.
her dying faster, but she'll feel better. And now here's our song on the piano. Actually, maybe you still have to actually perform it. Well, I would skip this so you wouldn't have to watch it again, but it's not letting me. We can go talk to Alidoro.
I found the last treasure thanks to you. The saber. A precious artifact from overseas. It'll always remind me of the rascal who stole it, then fell into the nest. I tried to save him, but I failed. Let the punishment fit the crime, I say. And in a twist of fate, you must become the weapon's true owner. A great weapon calls for a great...
So let's take a look at this. And this is the two dragon swords. So this is an incredibly fun technique weapon. You can take it to S scaling with a crank, and it's charged heavy actually perfect guards if you time it correctly. But it's like playing a whole other game because you have to kind of hit the R2 a little early, knowing that the perfect guard happens, your guard effect happens at the end of the R2. Let's just grab it and I'll just show it to you.
A great weapon called... What's this? A poster singing my praises? Oh dear, your practical jokes go too far. Oh, a wanted poster? Right, yeah. Let me explain. There is an unscrupulous reporter called Medoro, and he's the epitome of yellow journalism, and he only writes favorable articles if you bribe him. One time, I didn't give him a certain antique he wanted, and he slandered me, just like this. What has this world come to? Even noble explorers searching for true history get lambasted for all to see. Perhaps I should be pleased that this scrap of paper is powerless, as there's no authority to pay the reward. You can keep it as a souvenir.
I'll head over and show you the Two Dragons Sword in a minute. We'll just keep working our way through. Bell should have a quest now for us, since we got to Krat Central Station.
By the way, do you remember when I mentioned my partner? I got a distress signal from him. His last location was Krat Central Station. But my gear won't protect me from the petrification disease there. Can you find him for me? Thanks. My partner's name is Atkinson. I think he was trying to secure an escape route. Look for him around Krat Central Station.
Whatever choice you make, I shall wait for you.
I think we're good to level up. We'll take capacity to 28. Vitality to 27.
I know my way around.
I don't think there's anything left. Oh, here we go.
It can! Are you hurt anywhere? Ha! You never fail to surprise me, compagno. Now, allow me to return the surprise. This little wonder creates a lead-acid battery in a flash. The Golden Ergo is the purest form of power we can use, and it's nearly perfect. We could power a city block with this. You see, the alchemists ordered transportation from me, powered by this. I'm not sure, but maybe it's still in their underground base. Just one problem with the base. I don't know exactly where it is. I don't know when exactly either. I had to just hand it over immediately after the launching ceremony. After all, I am the prince of the Krat social scene, and I surrendered to their mysticism. There, it's done. Now take it. A secret alchemist's underground lair. That sounds like something Antonia might well have heard of. You'd better ask her about it. I always welcome...
So we wanted to show him our scripted
There
vessel.
you are. Now done, and...
And so this is that shack back at the Path of the Pilgrim that we couldn't get into before, that we could see that chest. Okay, now to show you the Two Dragons Sword. This is a very fast weapon. And that's what the R2, charged R2 looks like. So that bit where it went, the ding at the end there, or that sort of tink at the end, that's what you have to time with the perfect guard. So as you're finishing the R2, that needs to be when the enemy makes their move. So let's see if we can get him to glow red. So as you... And it actually will do huge stagger damage to them, often interrupt what they're doing, if you can learn to time that. So this is a super fun weapon because you can go through the game just trying to learn the perfect timing for each boss. It's almost like you're doing each boss anew, which makes it really, really fun. You can do a whole playthrough where you're trying to learn the timings of that sword.
Could you show me that saber? I recognize it anywhere. This is a saber from the country of the morning. You found this in the barren swamp? That's odd. Remember how I said my family were weapon experts? One of my earliest memories is of them talking about sabers like this. Maybe a thief stole this from the Grand Exhibition Gallery. Though it's just a gallery of ghosts now. With no one claiming ownership, I suppose it's yours. But take good care of it. This weapon carries a little bit of my heritage.
So it's kind of fun. You get that dialogue about the Two Dragons Sword.
I know my way around a weapon.
We're going to go ahead and alter the handle of the Two Dragons Sword. Oh, we don't have enough ergo. Hang on. We probably have some here. Yeah, we needed 600 ergo.
Way around a weapon.
That's why you don't want to spend or level up until you've decided you've done everything. So we're going to go... Oh no. I wanted alter handle. We're not going to upgrade it just yet. But we will get it. So you can see that makes it S scaling with technique, which is just fantastic. Even if you're not that great with the R2 of the weapon, it's just really, really nice just because of the scaling and it's fast. But let's put back our big bonk weapon, +9 big bonker. And see if we have any quartz. We don't. We do have 2 Legion caliber, so we can have fun upgrading another Legion arm. And I think I'm going to upgrade Pandemonium. So you can increase the range of the attack now by holding down the Legion arm button. So let's go take care of the Cryptic Vessel. We can also go back and talk to Hugo, now that we deciphered the Cryptic Vessel. So we'll do that. Just going to take care of everything that we need to before doing the Krot Central Station level, which will be in the next video. Remember, from this Stargazer, you just kind of run over here to this gate. That's where he's standing. Let him know we gave the wanted poster to Alidoro.
Life is short, and all I can do is keep plugging... You actually met Alidoro and asked him about the wanted poster. That's odd. Alidoro and Medoro are friends. When I was hurt, he took me to Medoro, who was one of the first on the scene. Medoro is quite the medic. He saved me when the workshop tower fell. There's gotta be a logical explanation. The Alidoro I admire would never talk about a friend like that, but who knows, maybe that wanted poster is real. You keep an eye on him if you see him again.
This is going to be an optional area that has a bunch of loot that we're going to unlock later. One of the few, like, just kind of optional areas in the game like this. Sometimes I wish... this is a very linear level design, so there aren't a lot of areas like that in this game. Still shows that we can talk to him. Let me go back.
In times like these, when Anyhow, you gave me the first lead on Alidoro I've had in months. Take this in return. Consider it a gift suitable for times like these. Life is short. All I can do is keep...
Alright. Now we've exhausted his dialogue, we will go handle the Cryptic Vessel. So we're going to take this all the way to the bottom, and if you remember back where that large enemy busted out of the gate, there was a path up. That's where we're gonna go. If I can learn to run the right direction. So it's just over here and up this path. I remember it's in there. Now there's a guy here.
How did you find this place? They sent you, didn't they? Those guys blabber about loyalty, but when the chips are down, they'll stab each other in the back. I don't know what's inside, and I don't really care. Take it with you and hurry.
So now we have a key to the shack. And this guy is trying to trick us. And what he wants to have happen is for us to fall through the floor. Because you can see that this part of the section of the floor wants to collapse. But we can walk around it. And then there'll be some dialogue from it, which is funny.
Why didn't he fall in the trap?
You can see we got the life amulet
I
+1.
was looking forward to that all day.
So he wanted us to... The trap's empty, so are my pockets. Well, we'll trigger it. Let's go. Just to show where this leads, if you were to fall into the trap. Then you would climb up here. And yeah, there's a little bit of loot to get. You know, a completely worthwhile star fragment for all the Spectre playthroughs. And then remember, we could see that shortcut ladder from the entrance to the tomb slums. That's this. And then it takes us back to where we were talking to that guy. Who's now gone, of course, because he doesn't want to stick around to get beaten up by us. And that's it. So one thing I'm going to do while I'm remembering it is put our Hunter's Amulet back on, so we'll go back to getting our Ergo. We'll keep Carcass Butchers on because... the Krat Central Station area coming up next is all carcasses. Oh, I think actually we are ready to proceed. Unless we can level up one more time. So yeah, the three weapons that I'm kind of messing around with, we've got the big pipe wrench on the booster glaive handle, and then we've got the two dragon sword that I just put a crank on. I put a crank on the trident of the Covenant, and have actually been leveling that up. I'm going to hold off on upgrading the two dragon swords. It's that probably, if I were to use that, it would be for NG Plus for the second playthrough. So you can see we're still waiting on a full Moonstone of the Covenant for the trident. And on the booster glaive, we're waiting on a full Moonstone. So they're both full Moonstone and full Moonstone of the Covenant. Let's go talk to Geppetto just to make sure we didn't miss anything there. Oh wait, we were supposed to talk to Antonia. Let's go do that. Sorry, this section's a little bit scatterbrained. I'm kind of running all over the place.
I heard what happened at the exhibition. How frightful. It's no wonder you're trying to track down the alchemists. I'll tell you one thing. Many secrets are buried in the city of Krat. The same goes for this hotel. Beneath us, there is a passage connected to an underground base of the alchemists. It's where Ergo's vein was first discovered. Long ago, until the petrification disease, the hotel worked hand in hand with the alchemists. But I didn't know they'd be so corrupt. Everything changed when Simon became their leader. Oh, I thought the survivors of the exhibition would be different. But they're just as corrupt. The passageways to the underground base are locked from their side. We can't get through unless they open them. And the underground base is the only way to embark for the Isle of Alchemists. If we find the right alchemist, perhaps we can get that door opened. I heard that some of them occupy the collapsed tower of the train station. And the collapse makes me wonder whether they had something to do with the recent earthquake. Look into it, won't you?
Alright, now we can go up and collect some gold coin fruit. And then we'll just chat with Geppetto to see if he had any new dialogue after killing the swamp monster. And again, if you were like, if you're a cube user and you've buffed the cube uses and you're playing with specters, you'd probably want to be more more diligent about checking the tree. I'm not going to waste a lot of time in the walkthrough doing it. If I walk by it, I'll grab it, but you might want to check in more often so that you're armed with a lot of fruit in order to get cubes for your specter.
You don't remember much beyond. Ask me about it.
Alright, nothing we need to do there. So, we are ready to take off for Krat Central Station, and in the next session, I will make my way through the entirety of that level. And the one last thing I'll say before we start this end of the video and start the level is just make sure you've talked to Belle, because a lot of people miss that. They don't come back to the hotel. Or they go back to the hotel right after killing the swamp monster. Then they go back to the hotel. Then they go to Krat Central Station and go all the way through it and never come back to the hotel to talk to Belle to get that quest. So that's the most important thing to remember, is make sure you have Belle asking you to look for her partner. All right, and with that, we'll end the session here. Until then, see you next time.